And welcome back to The Daily Dish, everybody. Maybe you're ready for an adventure this weekend. Imagine exploring the great outdoors on a UTV, taking in the breathtaking views of our state.
But what happens when the unexpected occurs? A flat tire, an accident can leave you stranded and in need of help. But the Safe Sled can help take some of that stress out of the emergency situation. Joining us now for the sponsored interview is Brian Caldwell, the owner and creator of Safe Sled.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us how this was created and why you decided to invent something like this.
I just figured, there's been so many ideas where people have come up with using a piece of wood, a cooler top, anything that's available, and nothing's been manufactured. So I figured I need to be that person and make everything available to everyone.
Okay, what do you mean? If I'm stranded or I have a flat tire or my UTV breaks down, how does this help me?
So usually what happens is either people bend an A-arm, break a ball joint, bend suspension, and then your wheel's unable to be attached. So you park the bent A-arm or whatever part that's on top of the sled, which is a little bowl that fits right in the middle here, and it's very easy to mount. And usually a rider has a tie strap to use, and that's what the little holes are for. And they just basically strap it on to the best of their ability, and it'll sit there, and it doesn't matter. Usually people can use it to get up on the trailer to, minimize damage or get to where they need to go. It's not made to last, but it's made for an emergency.
Emergency. Well, Brian, who hasn't been in an emergency in the snow? My car has been stuck. I saw that in Park City, and if they had something like this, it would have been just instantly, they could pull out of either the parking spot or the snowbank. Tell us how much it's helped.
Definitely. For UTV riders especially, which I'm really focused on, it works really well with UTVs. I'm currently working on a prototype for full-size vehicles so we can market that and then apply it to basically any vehicle.
Is there anything like this already out there?
Nothing.
Really? So you saw that. You saw this niche in the market and said, what if I fill it? How tough is it then to start a company? I know you've been doing it with your wife. She's standing there taking your video, taking pictures of you right now. From start to finish, what's it been like?
It's just a lot of fun. Honestly, I just started based on passion for off-road, and I just want to be able to help people, get out of those situations. And, it's been easy on my end because it's just fun.
Okay, so do you expect people who are going on an adventure to make sure they pack this in their car?
It's definitely a need item. It's better to have it than need it and not have it. So I think that, in the future, I hope that a lot of different riders have it because it's going to definitely be those go-to situations where you need one.
Okay, so wait, you're packing this where in case of emergencies?
I'm currently working on mounts also, which are going to be in the process here pretty soon. So the example I have is that it's strapped onto the ceiling, or it can be, the mounts that are being produced are going to be for the outside or inside of the roll cage.
Okay, Brian, you've gotten a lot of attention about this. Who's been talking to you, and what are customers saying to you?
The customers that have purchased them and used them, they said this was life-saving. I probably saved a few $1,000s just on parts alone that are damaged. And then I've had a few different people approach me saying, hey, we'd like to help you with distribution. We'd like to be an ambassador. We'd like to do this and do that. And, I've just kind of been on my own thinking what's the best for the product and just moving along as it goes.
Where can people get one of these, the Safe Sled?
So in Utah, they're actually available on the website for Young's Motorsports. And it's also on my website at safesledoffroad.com. And then I can also be reached at my Instagram at SafeSled.
ABC4.com/dailydish, everybody, and everything he just said we'll put right there so you have all of the information. We said, why not go on Shark Tank? And you said, I'm good.
Yeah, I luckily have a very supportive wife, and
I can tell.
Just with the business heading in the right direction, I've been able to fund myself through the process.
I think this is awesome. Thanks again to Safe Sled for sponsoring that interview, and good luck for everything that is ahead.
Thank you.